Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this new lecture of your topic of your course, Composition 1. This is a new lecture. We're going to see a new chapter, a new topic, and new ideas. Today we are going to speak about city life in chapter 2. In this chapter, you are going to write a descriptive paragraph of the place where you live. To prepare for this descriptive paragraph, we are going to look at some adjectives that we may use when we describe places, and also we are going to study some paragraphs in which we have descriptions of cities and places in the world. Okay, we start with the exercise of before you write. Exercise 2 on page 24-25. You can open your books on page 24-25. Exercise 2. In fact, in this exercise, we have some new vocabulary that you may use when you describe the place where you live. The adjectives are bitter. Bitter means having a sharp acid taste, like lemons or vinegar. We have bright. Bright means having a lot of light and shining. It's the opposite of dark. Colorful, with many colors. And we have the adjective cramped, means small and crowded. The next adjective is foul. Foul means very dirty, and its taste or smell is unpleasant and disgusting. The next adjective is gloomy. Gloomy means dim and dark. The next adjective is noisy. Noisy means with loud voices or loud unpleasant voices. The next adjective is rotten. Rotten means bad or decayed. Another adjective is rough. Rough means not smooth. The next adjective is salty. Salty, having the taste of salt. And the next adjective is soft. Soft means completely even, with no rough areas. Another adjective is sour. Sour is a sharp taste, having a sharp taste, like the taste of lemon and vinegar. Another adjective is smooth. Smooth means something which is smooth. It is uneven, completely even, with no rough areas. And the last adjective is spicy. Spicy, having a strong, hot flavor. Those are our adjectives. In fact, because in this chapter you are going to write a descriptive paragraph about the place where you live, your neighborhood, for example, or your street, your dormitory, your apartment or house, or your room. A good description should include sense details. Those are sense adjectives, like the things you can see, hear, touch, or taste and smell. In this exercise 2, you are going to put the adjectives in the right column. The adjectives should be classified as things that we can see, or things that we can hear, things that we can smell, things that we can taste, or things that we can touch. We start with the first adjective, bitter. Bitter, we said that bitter is having a sharp taste, sharp acid taste. So we have to put it in here under the column of taste. Bitter should be written here. The second adjective is bright. Bright, it describes things that we can see. So we write it in here. Bright. The next adjective is colorful. Colorful also describes things that we can see. Colorful. The next adjective is cramped. Cramped means small and crowded. It describes things that we can see. Cramped. Another adjective is foul. Foul means an unpleasant taste or smell. We can write it in both columns, taste, smell and taste. So here we write foul in here and foul in things that we can taste. The next adjective is gloomy. Gloomy means dark, dim or dark. It's something that we can see. So we write gloomy in the column of things that we can see. The next adjective is noisy. Of course, noisy is about hearing, or we can say noisy when we hear unpleasant sounds or loud voices. So we write it under the column of things that we can hear. Noisy. Next we have rotten. The adjective rotten. In fact, a rotten fruit has a bad or unpleasant smell and taste. Okay, so rotten, we can write it under the column of smell and taste. Okay, then we have the adjective rough. Rough means having not even. Okay, rough means not smooth. Okay, so here we speak about touch and hearing. We can say that his voice is rough, so we classify it under the column of things that we can hear and things that we can touch. Rough. Okay, next we have salty. Salty is an adjective that we use to describe things that we taste. Okay, salty. Salty. The next adjective is soft. Soft can describe voices. We can say a soft voice. So we write it here. Soft. A soft voice. Or it describes things that we can touch. Soft. In fact, a soft thing is something that is easy to press or shape, and it is not hard. Soft thing, it is easy to press and or shape, and it is not a hard thing. The next adjective is sour. Sour. We can write it under the column of things that we can smell. Sour. Sour. Things that we can taste, and also things that we can, and only things that we can taste can be sour, having the taste of lemon juice or vinegar. The last adjective is spicy. Spicy can be classified under the list of things that we can smell. We can smell spicy food, or things that we can taste. Things that we can taste can be spicy. Okay, good. This is the end of exercise 2, page 24-25. In the next slide, I'll write to you. You will find the correction of this exercise. We will go through them quickly in order for you to be familiar with them and use them when you describe your the place where you live. So we start with the things that we can see. The adjective is cramped, bright, colorful. Things that we can hear: noisy, soft, rough. Gloomy should be under the list of things that we can see. Smell, we have sour, foul, and rotten. Things that we can smell: sour, foul, and rotten. Things that we can taste, we can use the adjectives bitter, salty, sour, and spicy. Now we move to the things that we can touch. We can use the adjectives smooth, soft, rough, foul, and rotten. Here the adjective gloomy. should be under the things that we can see, because in fact gloomy means dim and dark. Dim and dark, it's the opposite of bright. Good. We move now to the next slide. In the next slide we are going to speak about choosing the topic sentence. Of course, when you want to write about a topic, you have to write the topic sentence. You have to choose the topic first. Choose the topic first, and then you start brainstorming and writing down your ideas. So choose and write the name of the place you are going to describe in your descriptive paragraph. One of the tasks that you have to do is to choose the name of the place you are going to describe. Another activity in the book, it is exercise 4, page 25. It says, make a list of sense details for the place you are going to describe. Use noun phrases and adjectives. So here, the first example is done for you. What I can see colorful piles of vegetables. I can see colorful piles of vegetables. Number 2, what I can hear. For example, here he is speaking about a village or a countryside. What I can hear, let's say the birds, the sounds of birds. The sounds of birds. I can hear sounds of birds in the countryside. What I can touch, let's say that I can touch flowers. I can touch flowers and plants. What I can taste, I can taste fresh vegetables and fruits. Fresh fruits and vegetables. Next, number 5, what I can smell. Of course, in the countryside we can smell flowers, scents, scent, and maybe the scent of grass, okay, and other plants. Let's look at the correction of this exercise. So make a list of sense details for the place you are going to describe. Number 1, what I can see, colorful piles of vegetables. What I can hear, the sound of birds. What I can touch, trees, flowers and animals. What I can taste, fresh fruits and vegetables. What I can smell, the scent of flowers. I can smell the scent of flowers in the countryside. Let's move to the next exercise. In the next exercise, it says that it's about describing feelings. In your descriptive paragraph, you will include the feelings and options you have about the place you describe. So here, when you want to write a descriptive paragraph, your feelings and your opinions should be stated in your paragraph. You describe the place and also describe your feelings and opinions. The example is, my bedroom makes me feel relaxed and calm. My bedroom makes me feel relaxed and calm. Here the writer speaks about his feelings when he is in his bedroom, okay? We move to another exercise in the building vocabulary. It's exercise 7, page 26. Open your books on page 26. Exercise 7. Exercise 7, page 26. So in exercise 7, page 26, we will have a text. It says identifying descriptive words and phrases. We have a text The text is in front of you now. The title of the text is My Neighborhood. The title of the text is My Neighborhood. It says, read the following paragraph. Notice the effect the details have on the writing. Underline the descriptive words and phrases. So here we are going to read the text and we are going to underline the descriptive detail words and phrases. Okay, we start reading the text. My neighborhood is fascinating because people from all over the world live in it. When I walk down the main street of my neighborhood, I can hear the unfamiliar sounds of languages from all over the world. Each ethnic group has its own colorful shop or fascinating restaurant. On a warm evening, I can smell the sweet melons from the Korean produce store and the spicy curries from the Indian restaurant. These smells are free, but for a small price I can also buy any of 50 kinds of cheeses with strange names from one store, or exotic Asian vegetables and the spices to cook them in from another. The people of the neighborhood take pride in their surroundings. On almost every street, they plant trees and flowers from their native countries to remind them of home and to brighten up the dull gray cement and run down apartment buildings. One of my neighbors plants delicate Scottish flowers every year in memory of her mother's garden in Scotland. Another neighbor has a Chinese vegetable garden in window boxes. I don't need to buy any airplane ticket to experience the world. A walk around my neighborhood can be just as exciting. This is the paragraph. In fact, the paragraph is full of words and expressions that can be used to describe a place or to describe something. Let's look at the correction. We have here all the descriptive words and phrases underlined. We will read the paragraph and see them together. My neighborhood is fascinating because people from all over the world live in it. So fascinating is the first descriptive word. It's an adjective. It means very interesting. When I walk down the main street of my neighborhood, I can hear the unfamiliar sounds of languages from all over the world. So here we have unfamiliar is an adjective which describes sounds that are not familiar to us, like other languages that we don't understand. Each ethnic group has its own colorful shop or fascinating restaurant. On a warm evening, warm is an adjective that describes the evening. Okay, it's not cool and it's not hot. Okay, on a warm evening, I can smell the sweet melons from the Korean produce store and the spicy curries from the Indian restaurants. We have the adjective sweet to describe melons and the adjective spicy to describe curries. These smells are free, but for a small price. So here the smells are free without paying money, an adjective describing the smells. I can also buy any of 50 kinds of cheeses with strange names from one store, or exotic Asian vegetables and the spices to cook them in from another. So here we have strange names that which are not Arabic names or English names, are strange to people. Okay, so names of other countries or of people from other countries and people from other cultures are strange to us. And we have exotic Asian vegetables. Also exotic describes the vegetables. The people of the neighborhood take pride in their surroundings. On almost every street, they plant trees and flowers from their native countries. We have the adjective native describing countries. Native means the country from where people are from. People are originally from. So here it says, on almost every street they plant trees and flowers from their native countries to remind them of home and to brighten up the dull grey cement and run down apartment buildings. Dull grey means dark and gloomy. One of my neighbors plants delicate Scottish flowers every year in memory of her mother's garden in Scotland. Delicate describes the flowers. The flowers are small and pretty. Another neighbor has a Chinese vegetable garden in window boxes. I don't need to buy an airplane ticket to experience the world. A walk around my neighborhood can be just as exciting. Exciting means very important and very interesting to me. Okay. Here we have a good descriptive paragraph. It describes the neighborhood of the writer. The writer used many descriptive adjectives to make his paragraph interesting. This is what you are required to do when you write the paragraph to describe the place where you live. As we said, you may describe your dormitory, you may describe your house or apartment, you may describe your room, or you may describe the city where you live. Okay? We move to the next slide. In the next slide, we have building vocabulary, exercise 8, page 26-27. In this exercise, you are asked to find words that have the same meanings as the following in the text. So, from the text, we found the word exotic, which means strange and unusual. Exotic means strange and unusual. It is here in the text, at the end of the text. I'm sorry, it's in line 7. In line 7, you have our exotic Asian vegetables. Now we move to the second expression. We want to find a word that means small and pretty. Small and pretty. In the text, the word delicate means small and pretty. So here, delicate means small and pretty. Number 3, very interesting. Very interesting. The word fascinating in the text means very interesting. Fascinating. The word fascinating in the text means very interesting. Number 4, to make pretty. To make pretty. To brighten up. To brighten up means to make pretty. To brighten up. Number 5, sad looking. Sad looking. The word dull grey means sad looking. Dull grey. The last word, number 6, to be proud of, is to make pride in, or to take pride in. It's in the text. Take pride in. Take pride in. So these are the words that have the same meaning as the words on the left. Okay. We move to the next slide, in which you have the correction of this exercise. Those are new words that may help you describe well your the place where you live. Now, number 1, strange and unusual, it's exotic. Number 2, small and pretty, delicate. Number 3, very interesting, fascinating. Number 4, to make pretty, brighten up. Number 5, sad looking, dull grey. Number 6, to be proud of, take pride in. Good. We move now to the next slide. In the next slide, we will have an exercise in the book, exercise 9, page 27. Exercise 9, page 27. In fact, in this exercise, we have 2 pictures that we are going to describe. We are going to look at the pictures and describe the things that we can see, the things that we can hear, the things that we can taste, the things that we can smell in those two different pictures. The first picture is a neighborhood in Hong Kong, and it is written here, Hong Kong's neighborhoods are lively. The second picture is a village in Europe. It's a village in Europe, and they say some villages in Europe don't change much over time. Some villages in Europe are the same. Even after many years, you go to them or you visit them, and you will find them the same. They don't change. Okay? So, we start here with what you can see. Can you tell me what you can see in the first picture? In the first picture, we can see tall buildings, and skyscrapers, because it's a neighborhood in Hong Kong, so the buildings are very tall and they are as skyscrapers. Then in the next picture, we can see old houses. And we can see plants also, because it's a village in Europe. Okay. Now, what you can hear in the first picture? Well, I think that in the first picture you can hear the car sounds and people shouting. Okay. So here we can hear the sounds of cars, for example, and we can hear people shouting. In the second picture, what can you hear? Of course, you can hear the birds singing. You can hear sounds of animals. So here, birds singing, for example, and animals sounds. Number 3, what you can smell. If you look at the first picture, which is the neighborhood in Hong Kong, what can you smell? Of course, you can smell the smoke from cars and factories. So here we can smell smoke coming from cars and factories. In the second picture, the village in Europe, what can you smell? Well, you can smell fresh air and you can smell flower scents. So here, fresh air. We can also smell flowers scent. Flowers. Scent. We move to the next question, or the next part, number 4. What you can taste. In the first picture, you can taste spicy food from restaurants. And in the second picture, you can taste fresh vegetables and fruits. Okay? So here, fresh fruits and vegetables. Number 5 is, what can you feel? In the first picture, you can feel that people are nervous and stressed. But in the second picture, you can feel that the people are relaxed and calm. Well, we have all of this done for you in the next slide. Let's look at it in the next slide. This may help you when you describe the place where you live. Okay? If you are going to describe your city, you may use some of these ideas to describe your city, have a better description of your city. Now, what you can see, we have tall buildings, skyscrapers, in the first picture, in the town or in the city, and we can see old houses and plants in a village. What you can hear, noise of the cars, people shouting in the city, but birds singing, animal sounds in the village. What you can smell, smoke coming from cars and factories in the city, and in the village we can smell fresh air and flower scent. What you can taste, spicy food from restaurants in the city, and fresh fruits and vegetables in the village. The last point, what you can feel, we can feel stressed and nervous people, and in the village we can feel relaxed and calm people. So all of these are descriptive details that you may use when you describe the place where you live. You can use the first descriptions in this list. So descriptions number 1 to describe the city, and you can use the second descriptions number 2 in each part to describe the village. Okay. We move now to the next slide. In the next slide, we are going to speak about writing the topic sentence. As we said in the first chapter, before you write, you have to choose the topic, and then you have to brainstorm, and then you have to organize your ideas, and the fourth step is to write your topic sentence. Okay, in a descriptive paragraph, the topic sentence is general enough to unite all the descriptive details in the paragraph, but focused enough to grab the reader's attention. So here, our topic sentence should be general enough to make us use or speak about all the details that we want to mention in the paragraph. And also it should be focused enough in order for us to grab the reader's attention and to make the reader aware of what are we going to describe. Now, there are 2 advices when you write your topic sentence in a descriptive paragraph. The first one is, do not use vague and uninteresting adjectives like the adjectives nice, good, bad. So those are vague adjectives and they are uninteresting. And also they make the topic sentence too general. When you say, for example, my room is nice, this is too general. You cannot speak about all the details in your paragraph. The second advice is that you should use specific and interesting adjectives such as fascinating, charming, and perfect. So the adjectives that we should use in our topic sentence should be interesting and specific to make us able to write about the details of the topic sentence. Now, exercise 10, page 28, it's an exercise that is related to writing the topic sentence. Open your books on page 28. So here the exercise says choosing the best topic sentence. Choosing the best topic sentence. For each set of topic sentences below, put a tick mark next to the best topic sentence, the one that is focused and interesting. Let's start with number 1. The topic is my room. The topic is my room. The first sentence is, my room is a perfect place for one person to live. What do you think? This is a good topic sentence because here we have an interesting adjective, and the topic sentence is not too specific and not too general. So this is a good topic sentence. A is a good topic sentence. B says many people live in single rooms. Do you think this is a topic sentence or not? No, it is not a topic sentence because here we have, it is too general, okay? We are going to speak about many people and we are going to speak about single rooms. It is too general and it is not interesting as a topic sentence. C is not a good topic sentence as it contains an adjective which is vague and uninteresting. It says, my room is nice. It is not a good topic sentence. Number 3, I love the big windows. I love the big windows. This is not a good topic sentence because it is too specific. Too specific. We move to the next set, number 2. The topic is my house. My house. We start with A. There are a lot of houses like mine in my neighborhood. Well, this is not a topic sentence. It's not a good topic sentence because here it is not focused and it is too general, okay? He doesn't specify what he's going to write about. Number 2, I love my house because it is filled with happy memories. This is a good topic sentence as the writer here is specific enough and he is making his topic sentence interesting to the reader because he will speak about the happy memories in his house. So this is a good topic sentence. C, big houses are best. This is not a good topic sentence. It is too general and it starts with another generalization. It speaks about all big houses and the opinion is that they are best. The sentence is not good. Anyway, D, my family lives in a good house. My family lives in a good house. We have the adjective good. We said that good is a vague and uninteresting adjective, so this is not a good topic sentence. Topic number 3 is my dormitory. My dormitory. A, my dormitory has never felt like home to me. What do you think? I think this is a good topic sentence because here the writer is being specific enough in order to write about how his dormitory is never like his home. So he is going to speak about the difference between his dormitory and home, or life in the dormitory and life at home. So this is a good topic sentence. B, I live in a dormitory. That's a too general topic sentence. We cannot specify what are the details we want to speak about here. So it's not a good topic sentence. C, dormitories are where students live. This is not a good topic sentence because it seems like a definition, and there is no controlling idea. We don't know exactly what the paragraph will be about, and it's not interesting for the reader, okay? D says, the cafeteria food in my dormitory is good. Well, this doesn't speak about the topic. The topic speaks about the dormitory, and here he will write a topic sentence which will make him speak about the cafeteria food in his dormitory. So it's too specific and it is irrelevant to the topic, not a good topic sentence. We move now to the correction of this exercise. This exercise will be corrected in the next slide. Well, for the topic my room, we chose the best topic sentence is A. My room is a perfect place for one person to live in. For the second topic, my house, we chose the topic sentence B. I love my house because it is filled with happy memories. For the third topic, my dormitory, we chose the topic sentence A, which is my dormitory has never felt like home to me. Good. An exercise for you to do at home is exercise 11, page 29. It says write a draft topic sentence for your descriptive paragraph. Now you chose the topic, you chose the place you are going to write about, and now you should start writing the topics by writing your topic sentence in order to know what your paragraph will look like. We move now to the next slide. In fact, we are still in part 1. Then in the next slide, we are going to look at using graphic organizers on page 29. In fact, graphic organizers are kinds of organizers that may help you organize your ideas and make your ideas clear. Okay, so one way to brainstorm and organize ideas for a focused descriptive paragraph is to use a graphic organizer. Graphic organizers show how ideas are connected to each other. In the graphic organizer, you show the writer, or you show yourself, how the ideas are connected to each other. The mind map is an example of a graphic organizer, and let's look at page 29. We have here a graphic organizer which is called a mind map. A mind map. In fact, here we have the topic sentence in the center. We have the topic sentence in the center. The topic sentence is, my neighborhood is fascinating because people from all over the world live in it. And then we will have the main supporting details. They are directly related to the topic sentence. So they are connected directly to the topic sentence. The first main supporting detail is different languages. Neighbors take pride in neighborhood. And ethnic shops and restaurants. And here we will have the secondary details. The secondary details are related to the main details. Okay, are connected to the main details. Those are secondary details. Secondary details. Okay. And here we have the main details. As you can see, they are connected directly to the topic sentence. Okay. And those three are also secondary details, and this is the topic sentence. The topic sentence. You can use this graphic organizer, which is in fact a mind map, in order to organize your ideas and to know what you will write about in your paragraph. Good. We will move now to another part of organizing or using graphic organizers. In the next part, we will look at a graphic organizer, and we will try to get rid of irrelevant details. So here, getting rid of irrelevant details, it's on page 30. In fact, all the details that you should speak about in the paragraph should be related to the topic sentence. If you have any details which are not related to the topic sentence, you should cross them out or get rid of them. So all the details in a paragraph should develop the idea stated in the topic sentence. The second point, you can use your mind map to identify the irrelevant ideas and cross them out. So the irrelevant details in exercise 13. Let's look at exercise 13 first. Exercise 13 in here. We have a graphic organizer. The question is, identify the irrelevant information in this graphic organizer. So what is the topic sentence? The topic sentence is, my room is small but it is cozy and has everything I need. Here all the supporting details should relate to the topic sentence. If we have any details that do not relate to the topic sentence, we have to cross them out. Now the first one says, it's quiet, it is quiet. That's a detail that supports the topic sentence, because here he says it's cozy and has everything I need. I need quiet, so my room is quiet. Sometimes I am lonely. This is not a detail. This is not a relevant detail, or this detail is irrelevant to the topic sentence. Next we have here, it has a small refrigerator and a cabinet for dishes. What do you think? This is a relevant detail, relevant sentence to the topic sentence. Next we have it has a window. Also speaking about the window is relevant, because here he says has everything I need. He needs a window to open it and smell fresh air, or to see the landscape outside. It says stays warm. The next one says stays warm in the winter. This is also relevant, because he speaks about everything he needs. He needs his room to be warm in the winter, and it is there. He says great neighbors here. Well, great neighbors is an irrelevant detail, because he didn't mention any neighbors in his topic sentence. The next one is enough space for my things and big closet. So this is a relevant detail. He can speak about the space in his room and where he puts his things. Okay. The last one is landlord not pleasant. It is not a relevant detail, it's irrelevant, so we have to cross it out. So in this slide we will have the details that are not relevant to the topic sentence. The irrelevant details in exercise 13 are landlord is not pleasant, sometimes I am lonely, and great neighbors. We move now to a last point. The last point is writing concluding sentences, page 31. Writing concluding sentences, page 31. Here, most paragraphs have concluding sentences that repeat the idea of the topic sentence. So in some of the paragraphs, the concluding sentence should repeat the idea in the topic sentence. You have an example here in the book. The example says, it's the example of the paragraph that we had on page 26 about the neighborhood. It says at the end, I don't need to buy an airplane ticket to experience the world. A walk around my neighborhood can be just as exciting. So it's unusual and strange, and it's fascinating to have a walk around my neighborhood. So this is one type of concluding the paragraph with using or with restating the ideas of the topic sentence. Next, other concluding sentences give a personal reaction to the topic of the paragraph. So here you may conclude your paragraph with giving a personal reaction to the paragraph. We have an example in the book in here. It's on page 31. It says it's about a paragraph written by a student. He is speaking about his dormitory. The concluding sentence says, even though it was sometimes too noisy and crowded, I enjoyed living in my dormitory because of all the friends I made. So here he concluded his paragraph with a personal reaction to his dormitory. Okay, good. I'll give you homework for next time. This is the end of the lecture. Your homework will be on page 25, exercise 25, page 31, exercise 25, page 31. If you look at this, it's a paragraph. It's a paragraph about Muscat, okay? And here, what you are asked to do is to read the paragraph and then write one possible concluding sentence. So read the paragraph carefully at home and write one concluding sentence to the paragraph. I think that this is the end of the lecture. Thank you very much. See you next time.